Welcome to our classroom. We start each day in a circle with a morning meeting. As Curdy and Betchel say, a circle makes it possible for every person to see every other person. It has no front or back. When we make time for greeting every morning, no matter how full the schedule is, we make a statement as teachers that we expect respect and equity, and we will do our best to make sure it happens. In order to understand and serve my students' individual needs, I needed to learn about their funds of knowledge. It was important to know about their families, their communities, and what mattered the most to them. Strong relationships with my students' families were developed, community members visited our classroom, and I explored my students' community alongside of them. As I learned about my students' interests and needs, my cultural understandings of them expanded, allowing me to plan lessons and bring in resources that were culturally relevant to them. Here are some books that have guided my culturally relevant instruction. As I was learning from my students' cultures, it was as important to me that they learned about my culture so that we could develop a reciprocal learning experience. As Paulo Freire says in The Pedagogy of the Oppressed, both should simultaneously be teachers and students. Here, students are dancing to a traditional Colombian folkloric dance. The mutual and cultural learning experiences based on love and respect provided in my classroom have allowed students to become proactive in their learning and have created a collaborative atmosphere in the classroom in which students support one another. For this type of teaching and learning process, school and district planning resources and the knowledge of the content standards and the curriculum play a role as equally as important as the learning environments the students are exposed to. But the final factor that makes all of this come together for a successful learning experience is the constant reflection in action and analysis of data that forces me to constantly improve my own practice. For students to be able to conceptually understand math, they must be exposed to a variety of learning experiences. The constant use of manipulatives, engaging activities, collaboration, integration with literacy and technology, and exposure to developmentally appropriate problem solutions are among some of these learning experiences. Students are constantly assessed to give the teacher a better understanding of what they have learned and still need to learn. All types of assessments are used to drive instruction and to be able to provide the student with a myriad of resources that enhance their learning and meet each of them where they are at in all subject areas. What are you doing right now?
I'm writing a note. I'm writing a letter.
What type of letter are you writing?
I'm writing a letter for my library, so my library can be better.
Who are you writing this letter to?
People.
People for what? What is the reason you're writing a letter to people?
So they can help me make my library better.
Oh, can you read me that letter? I would love to hear it.
Hello, my name is Shahaya Meister. I am a 6-year-old girl. Ellie Alligator. Ah, ah, ah. Baba Bear. Buck, buck, buck. Bettina Cat. Bunny Deer. Ellie
that?
Funny?
Funny. Is funny a verb?
Yeah.
It is a verb?
No.
What is it?
Adjective?
So why is it here on the verb side?
I just saw it.
Can you show me where it should go? Okay, so these are the adjectives. What are you gonna do with that word?
My dad is funny.
Can you show me how you use it on your notebook? Okay, Jeremiah, what word are you using right here? Show me. What does that say? Okay, show me your sentence.
I'm ill at the beach.
What are you doing?
I'm writing the sentence and writing my picture, and I'm using letters, the words
So where did you find that word?
in verbs.
Okay. And so you found the verbs right here, and how are you using them?
I'm using them by making a sentence.
Show me.
I watching my friends we need new books so students can
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Okay, I'm gonna do it again.
What are you doing?
I'm reading these.
What are these?
Porque muchos niños no leen mucho en la librería. So, estoy diciendo algo, es un poema. So,
¿Es un poema? ¿Un poema? Ok.
Porque necesito nuevos libros.
¿Necesitas nuevos libros? ¿Y a quién le vas a dar esto? ¿Vas a compartir eso con unas personas? ¿Con quién vas a compartir esto?
Con las personas que sí pueden leer. No, that's not my mom. That's
Okay. Thank you. Assessments are also used for students to take ownership of their own learning, to help make realistic individual goals for each student, and to track our progress towards those goals. What are you saying, Joe?
my reading card.
What does that mean?
It means I read 100 books.
You have read 100 books already? How old are you? Isn't that amazing? Give me 5. Bye, Joe. In our classroom, we focused in acquiring an exquisite love for reading to ensure that students would grow up with the necessary competencies for today's world, which required high literacy, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Here, you see students engage in independent reading from an adapted Daily 5 model, either reading to self, reading to someone, or listening to reading. In our classroom, students understand that to become better at reading, we need to practice every day. What was this book about? Put your face right in and tell me what this book is about. Yes, I can. This is about Katrina Bull, and who was the teacher? Who was the graduate report for? about a character, we think about what the character. We think about what the character. We think about what the character.
Ming is on the job. He jumps
Guys, so she just said that Ming is on the job. What job is she talking about? Yes, Aaliyah.
She's talking about messenger.
Okay, so we know that as the messenger, what is the mean of transportation that he's using? That means how is he going to do his job? Is he going to walk? Is he going to run? Is he gonna hop in the car? Is he in the mail truck? Is he in the UPS truck? Yes, Tyler, what do you think? How do you know he's on his bike? Oh, so you're looking at the picture to help your thinking? Okay, does anybody else know how to prove to me that he is jumping on his bike? I want you to look at the text and show me where in the text it says that he is hopping on his bike. Yes, Chloe. Can you read that for me?
He jumps on his bike.
So Chloe is right. She went on page 2, on sentence 2, and she read, he jumps on his bike. So we know that he's jumping on what?
Bike. How do spiders make webs?
What's your question mark is? You're reading this book, and what questions do you have?
How does the giraffe stick his tongue out all the way?
Oh, interesting. I don't know. How about we find that out? Tell me.
How does spiders get hairy?
Huh, that's a really good question. How does the bird get the honey without getting stung? That's the question? Yeah, because we probably get stung, huh? What was that question, Joe? How do babies grow? Baby what?
Baby spider.
Let me see the picture that you're looking at. Oh, this is a baby spider right there.
This is a baby spider.
How do you know that's a baby spider?
Because he's little and that one is big.
Let me see. This is a baby spider? This kind of looks like a fly, Joe, because it has the wings. Can you try to read this? Can you try to read and see if we find out if that's a fly or a baby spider? I think spiders. Very interesting. So jumping spiders don't make webs. I didn't know that. So not all spiders can make webs. What else do we know? Sneak. So they snake up on insects? On insects? What does that mean? Finally, for science and social studies, as Dr. Jarrett says, the curriculum must be designed in a way that focuses on the children's experiences and curiosity and the resources available in their environment. Students must be encouraged to investigate and analyze their environment through a variety of engaging activities that call for discovery. Muéstrame tu dibujo. ¿Tienes los soles? ¿Y qué está pasando? Y háblame de la posición del sol. ¿Dónde está la posición del sol cuando los niños se levantan? ¿El sol está dónde? ¿Y luego qué pasa? ¿El sol? ¿Y luego qué pasa? ¿El sol? Excelente.